Um, since tomorrow I leave on vacation to Utah and all of that, obviously I'll probably record, uh, some of my, some of my, trip, maybe part of the plane ride or whatever, and all of that. My mask's all messed up. Oh, also, not to mention, I did get 2 new masks. You'll see them in another video once I some. Uh, let's see. Uh, but yeah. Yeah. Like I said, because leaving tomorrow and all of that. Um, I won't have my book and all of that. So yeah, I won't be doing cryptid time. Um, so yeah, that's fun. So might as well do it now. Obviously, like I said, new bandanas will be done, will be shown in like another video afterwards. And just yeah, that's. Give me a second. This papers. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, Mogollon monster and then dragon is what I did. So you know what? Because I'm gonna be gone, I'll do. Let's see. That's a long one. Nah, I'll just do these two. Um, so the first one is where. Wait, no. Yeah, werewolves. Uh, Obviously this is still Arizona. Um, Werewolves in various forms have existed in many cultures across the world, from the medieval European werewolf that dominates horror movies. Um, Speaking of which, uh, ain't werewolves, um, maybe if any people who live in the UK, can tell me, because I may have it wrong, but ain't werewolves also normally like a UK British, like mostly like in like one of those myths or legends, shall we say? Ain't that where werewolves, or don't, or can other places, or do other places have werewolves as too? Just leave me know, cause I mean I've done my research, and I've mostly just got the werewolf that's normally, that's normally talked about in like England and all of that, or Ireland. That's why that's why I'm asking. Um, Obviously I most likely am completely wrong, and I could be completely forgetting about like Transylvania or whatever, which is in Romania, I think. Sorry, my brain's not working right, but yeah. Um, Also, I don't like this author again because of this line right here. To Native American skinwalkers, skinwalkers and werewolves are not the same. Skinwalkers are shapeshifters. Werewolves are not. They're either a humanoid wolf creature or someone who pretty much has it, it's pretty much a lichen, if that makes sense. Um, where you can turn into a wolf or a werewolf, whatever. If you're bitten by a wolf, that is a werewolf, if that makes sense. Granted, all of this is. If you're gonna say skinwalker, make your own friggin' passage and all of that. Don't call a skinwalker a werewolf. Because werewolves and skinwalkers are 2,000% two different things. Not to mention one may actually exist. I say may, I mean it may not, may not. Never know. But yeah, anyways. Let's see. The image of a man changing into a beast has terrified people for centuries. First of all, wolves aren't that scary. And not to mention, wolves are less likely to kill you than the animal that you're probably sitting watching this video with. And if y'all have a cat, then it's most definitely the creature that you're living with. But no, I'm meaning dogs are more dangerous than wolves most of the time. Because let's see, I know multiple different dogs that have turned on their owners. Let's see. Tons of poodles don't like me, and I don't know why. I've done nothing wrong to these poodles and have never seen them in my life. And yet, every time I've ever encountered them, they've growled at me or snapped at me or whatever. But never did that with anybody else. Let's see. I've never been intimidated by a wolf. But dogs terrify me. That's why I have small dogs. Because you're gonna hate me for saying this, but if Cookie and Chico were to turn on me, all I'd need to do is football kick them. Or if y'all don't know what American football is, let's see, what's a good sport? I don't know sports. Damn it. Just drop kick them. There. There's just. Obviously, like I said, don't just kick your dog for no reason. If it's foaming at the mouth, has freaking rabies and all of that, bye, Fido. Do whatever you have to. But if it's just looking at you, wanting food, don't drop kick it. But no, yeah. Obviously, I also don't like dogs that much either. I've never been a dog person. But also, a dog's the only animal that I've ever been bitten by for no reason, and that's saying something. Cause I've been bitten by tons of animals. Well, not tons of them, but yeah, I've been bitten by multiple different animals and all of that. But all of those have reasons, like my cats. I got scars on my arms, but that's because I was picking them up or just messing with them and made them mad. Let's see, I've been bitten by Elsa now, the curly-haired tarantula, but that's because I was cleaning out her enclosure. Sure, I was putting her back in, she bolted onto my arm and everybody was freaking out, kind of trying to knock her off of me, and she scraped her tooth on the... it didn't puncture deep, it just kind of was in the... the first little layer of flesh, which still freaking hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt now, but it still hurt. I've been, I've been clamped down on by catfish, but that feels like sandpaper, so it's not that bad. Let's see. Winters has bitten me, but granted, that's when I first got him. Nobody ever held him, and not to mention he has an attitude anyhow. But a friggin' poodle bit me for no reason. That's another reason why I don't like poodles. Wow, that's a new dog. um, I've been snapped at by turtles, but that's because turtles are turtles and turtles do turtle things. Uh, I've been rammed by a goat. That's why I don't like goats that much. But here's the thing, it was also trying to get my attention anyhow. Because I had food, that's why it rammed me. Because I was paying attention to other goats instead of it. But, yeah, anyways. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah, okay. Uh, Sitting safely in a cozy house, watching television, the werewolf stalk in the night is nothing but legend. But for a group of teenagers in Temp, Arizona, I'm guessing, that idea is dead wrong. Well, all you have to do is ask a person if they're a werewolf during a full moon. Because instead of going no, it'd be no! I mean, no. Oh, that's perfect. If anybody ever asks if you're a werewolf, just go no. I mean, no. See what happens. Granted, probably shouldn't, considering there's a bunch of crazy nuts out out there all over the world that be willing to attack you just for that. But no, yeah, that's perfect. Uh, Anyways, let's see. From a 2009 interview, the glow of city lights bathed the Arizona night in gray as four teenagers walked onto the Shalimar golf course in Temp. Uh, Earl, now an adult, was in high school when he and his friends grew bored with their weekly Bible study meeting and walked outside onto the course. Oh God, let's see. Alright. Okay. Do you ever read a book? Oh wait, granted we have technology now and books are online, so I don't think people read books. But anyways, do you ever read a book and you lose your space even though it's right in front of you? I ended at course. Here, hold on, let's see. You can see course and all of that. Yeah, I just ended right there. And yet, for some reason, I lost my place on, like, the next friggin'... God, that's stupid. Does that ever happen to you? Here's the other problem about me. In school, I have college level reading and comprehension. But yet, I don't know how to frickin' read out loud. I don't know how to talk either, apparently. Yeah. Alright. Dang mask. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. My girlfriend says something like, hey, something just jumped out of that palm tree. Earl said. The trees were approximately 35 feet tall. Yeah, 'cause it's a tree. Uh, yeah, they're 35 feet tall. Oh wait, you mean the thing that's supposed? it appears there's a bug right above me on my ceiling. Great. Anyways, but yeah, palm trees are also known to be fairly tall anyhow. Why are you surprised? Ouch. I just popped my whole ankle. Anyways, let's see. What the? Okay, yeah. Let's see. So the other teens laughed and resumed their conversation. A few seconds later, she lets out a blood curdling scream. Just pure shocked terror, Earl said. Well, I mean, can you blame her? She sees a werewolf. You know, a creature that in movies and all of that said to be 6 foot tall, but in real life and all of that, they can be 8 to 10 feet tall. They're pure muscle most of the time. Oh, and did I mention they're carnivores? So it's probably barreling towards you when you see it. So obviously, if someone sees it, they're gonna scream. Granted, nowadays, especially if you live in the United States, you see a creature like that, it's just, that's right. Bah! Bah! It's dead! Because most people carry guns. And they're willing to lose their gun permits over some of the stupidest things. For example, I was spotting deer, and a car threatened, like a few nights ago, and a car threatened to put a bullet in our car just because I was looking at deer. Now, for anybody who doesn't live in the United States, or don't know what a deer is, or don't know why I was doing that, first of all, I'm a hunter, not to mention I like animals, so I want to see the wildlife. But also, let's try to make a, let's see, tons of people around the world like sports. So it's like, normally it's a football game. For Americans, I'm meaning soccer. But, yeah, football game. So, let's see. If, yeah. Okay. Here's pretty much how stupid this encounter was that I could have got shot over. It's kind of like if your favorite sports team like scored or whatever, however it works. Jeez. And then you cheered and someone threatened to punch you over it. Over cheering. It was pretty much that stupid. And before you ask, was I blinding the person or was it the person's property? No, it wasn't the person's property because I believe I've seen the vehicle hunting there. And no, I was not blinding the car. Because since I seen the headlights, I had it pointed forward. Mostly. Well, it was out the window, so it was... So, say I'm in a car, pretty much. The window's right here, alright? I had it, and I'm facing forward. So I had it pointing that way, out the window. wasn't really that way, wasn't behind me, it was that way. And some guy got mad over it. But here's the other thing too is if for example you heard that someone threatened you because you cheered at your favorite sports team scored. It's almost like if you looked at them and either A, called their bluff or just hit them back because they threatened to hit you already. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be in fight or flight. And so you hit them first. Guarantee that person is gonna run off like, you know, crying like a little baby, even though they had the audacity to threaten you. It's kind of the same of if we were to stop and had a gun on us and showed it, they probably would have sped off. Or even bucked around off. They probably would have sped off. No questions asked. Just you were acting all tough a second ago. But no, yeah. Again, you may be asking why I said that, said this and all of that. Because when we heard that, and well, they had the audacity to follow us too. But when we heard that, our first instincts were to call somebody and or get 911 on, or yeah, in North America or United States, something like that. But the emergency service on call. Not to mention we were speeding too. Slow down because we seen a deer and we don't need to hit a deer when some crazed maniac's chasing us. Then once we turned onto our alleyway, we just shut our lights off. That's fear. Here's another. That's the reason why I mentioned this. Here's another way of thinking of it. When I seen the ghost dog, I couldn't move for what felt like close to 3 to 4 minutes. But in reality, it was probably 3 to 4 seconds. I couldn't move. I remember myself like thinking, okay, move. Why ain't I moving? What is this creature? Move. But I couldn't move. I wasn't tensed up, nothing. I just couldn't move. And then without even thinking, I shot up and ran away. Which, for me to run away, I had to jump forward onto it. Again, my foot landed on it, and I felt the carpet. And then turned. And I'm in the light of the bathroom and all that, because we keep the bathroom light on so we can see. Not to mention, my parents' doorway was there anyhow. And that was true terror. That's why I'm not really afraid of much. Because I already know what true terror feels like. And what it is. Which is why if something stupid were to have happened, yes, a few nights ago, I probably would be laughing it off. In the moment, I'd be like, really? That was stupid. Over a deer? But, like I said, now, put into perspective, you were these people. And you've seen, who knows how large this creature is, because I haven't read fully yet, barreling towards you. Most likely either A, on 2 legs, or B, on all 4s, barreling towards you. or whatever, you're most likely gonna scream and run away. Because if you stand your ground, your brain's gonna be like, yeah, if I stand my ground, I'm dead. So it's gonna take control, and what most likely is gonna happen? Scream first to try and scare the creature off, and if that doesn't work, run away. That's how our brains work. Also, never mind. Never mind. What? I was about to say. Also, never mind the fact that the creature that you're seeing shouldn't even be real. So your brain's going, what in the actual scientific fact is that? But yeah, no. Anyways, let me figure out where it was. Oh, yeah. Let's see. As Earl turned towards his girlfriend, he saw something he couldn't believe. I looked in the direction, and there's a creature lumbering along the wall toward us. Like I said, it's a predator. It's going towards you. Earl said, it was as tall as me, 6 foot, hunched over, huge snout like a werewolf. The beast, blacker than the night, You sure you just didn't see a ghost dog? Giant ghost dog? Because trust me, I know what that's like all too well. Snow White, the hell are you looking at? There's nothing up there. And you can jump on my clothes if you need to. Freaking kangaroo hopping just because you're trying to look at something. That's stupid. You're a weird cat. Let's see. Blacker than the night surrounding it. Lunged toward the teens and they ran. It was chasing after us, Earl said. It was running along the wall toward me, and I just turned and ran. I didn't think to look back. The teens never saw the thing again, although something about the encounter still confuses Earl. It was in the middle of town, he said. That's what always gets me about that thing. Not out in the woods or a secluded cabin in Tempe, Arizona, but in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, that is weird. So that's not a dog man. That's a definite creature. But yeah. Oh, also, speaking of confusing things, you ever start up a quad, ride around on it, stops, like, shuts off because it's a crappy frickin' Chinese knockoff quad. You remember that it used to push to start, but you also remember overhearing and also being told that it doesn't work, that the push to start doesn't work, or like push start doesn't work. So you try to push the quad, and instead of just pushing it, it starts up on full throttle and you end up flipping it even though you're off of it, and now the oil leaks out of it. You haven't? Good. Well, I have. I'll leave a link to the video. It's not on my channel, it's on my cousin's channel, of me riding around on the quad. You won't see the flipping, but it was the same day as that video. Anyways, this is a 39-minute cryptid time, so enjoy. Giants. gigantic human remains, sometimes with red hair, have been reported across America, many of them in the desert southwest. Hey, I'm going back there. Anyways, a giant human skull was once found in a cliff dwelling south of Winslow, Arizona, according to the completed guide to mysterious beings by the great paranormal investigator John Keel. Keel, Keel, not Kill. It was so big that a size 7E Stenson was placed on it, and it looked like one of those tiny hats. What the frick? Merrymakers wear on New Year's. The frick? Okay, anyways, the skull also had a gold tooth. You sure it just didn't brush its teeth? Uh, Workers reportedly discovered a huge stone coffin in Fort Crittenden in 1891. The coffin held a skeleton that measured 12 feet tall and had 12 toes. A man named Samuel Hubbard is said to have found the mummified bodies of two giant humans, 15 to 18 feet tall, in a cave in the Grand Canyon in 1923. This is 14 years after the Phoenix Gazette published the account of explorer G.E. Kincaid, who said he discovered a cave in the canyon filled with Egyptian artifacts, including mummies. That's interesting. Now, in a week to 2-ish weeks when I get back here to Pennsylvania, I will do another cryptid cries on Arkansas cryptids. But yeah, for right now, enjoy probably seeing a video of me, my family, with my nieces, going to the dinosaur park that's there. It's called in Utah. If you live in Utah, you probably know where this is if you like dinosaurs and all of that, because it is a museum after all and all of that. But it's called like the Eccles dinosaur park or whatever. But yeah. They also have said it's been renovated since the last time we've been back there. Also, possibly an animal like zoo aquarium tour, if that makes sense. If we go to Loveland Planet Aquarium. So, obviously look out for some of those videos, if I make them. But, yeah. I guess enjoy this 34-minute cryptid time. And so until next time, I will see you on the next hunt. Bye.